Hello students, today we are going to study the poem Heart of the Tree written by Henry Kyler Burner. It is a poem which is there in the syllabus of class 9th and 10th ICSE. As the title suggests, here we are going to study the significance of tree in our life, how much it is important in our life, because nowadays we are just felling the trees and the forests are decreasing in number, which has a great ecological environmental effect in our lives. So as the title suggests, just as heart is an important organ in our body, due to the pumping of blood of the heart, the blood is pumped by the heart, so all parts of our body they get oxygen. Similarly, tree also has got some important properties like a heart. The tree takes in carbon dioxide and it gives out oxygen so that we can breathe and we can survive. A tree also traps the pollen grains, dust, smoke, so that the environment gets purified. The tree also gives us rain, which is important. Then it also gives us cool shade in summers. Apart from this, before the tree dies, it gives us buds and seeds for days to be. This means from the seeds we get new plants, and the buds they bloom into new flowers. And a person who plants a tree does a civic good to his country, and he not only gives sap, leaf, wood from a tree which is useful for us. The sap, leaf and wood are useful for medicinal purposes, for economic purposes, and for nutrient purposes also. So in a way the title is appropriate, as this poem shows us the importance of a tree. Now here I have made some of the main important points which we will be studying in our 3 stanzas of the poem. Though the poem looks a bit short, but it helps us to know the significance of a tree. Before we start with the poem, if you people must have studied the poem, every stanza of the poem starts with a question and then the answers are given to it. This style of writing is said to be antipophora or hypopophora, in which a question is asked and then the solution or the answer is given to it. So each stanza is telling us the importance of the tree, how it is important, what does it do for us in our lives. So let's look at each stanza of the poem. So the first stanza says, what does he plant who plants a tree? He plants a friend of sun and sky. He plants the flag of breezes free, the shaft of beauty towering high. He plants a home to heaven anigh. For song and mother croon of bird, in hushed and happy twilight heard, the treble of heaven's harmony, these things he plants who plants a tree. So here the poet is asking, what does he plant? The person who plants a tree, what does he do for us? So the answers are, he plants a friend of sun and sky. Metaphor is used here. And here we can say metonymy is also used, because a tree is not known by its original name tree. We are referring it to, giving it a different name, friend of sun and sky. How is it a friend of sun and sky? From the sun, it takes sunlight, and in the presence of chlorophyll, it carries on photosynthesis. The food that is produced in that plant is distributed through all its parts. Sometimes this food in the form of sap is useful for us. How is it the friend of sky? When a tree grows, then as soon as it grows in height, it helps to purify the environment by trapping the pollen grains, the dirt, the smoke, and the entire environment becomes pure. The shaft of beauty towering high. When a tree grows in height, the bark of the tree and the tree, when it grows in the atmosphere in which it is grown, it beautifies the entire environment. Shaft is a bark of the tree which increases or enhances its beauty. He plants a home to heaven anai. Acha, some of the children here in this line say ki the tree, it grows tall and it tries to touch the heaven. No, the environment in which you are planting a tree, that environment becomes heaven like. This is the significance of this line. In hushed and happy twilight heard. What is twilight? It is a time after sunset and before it gets dark. So the mid time between the sunset and before it gets dark is twilight. A tree provides house for birds to make nest into it and live. So in the evening when the birds they return and they sing a, you can say, song for their children, that is said to be crooning. This crooning of the birds, it provides a harmonious environment all over. The evening, the sweet song of the birds, and the, you can say, cool breeze, all these things, they provide a harmonious environment, a musical environment all around. The treble in heaven's harmony means it increases the harmonious atmosphere more, 3 times more. So these are the things he plants who plants a tree. So here we have seen he plants a friend of sun and sky. Sun, I told you, photosynthesis is done. During photosynthesis, carbon dioxide is taken and it gives out oxygen also, so that we can breathe in. How it is a friend of sky? I told you, it purifies the environment by trapping dust, smoke and pollen grains. Heaven and I, whenever it is planted in the atmosphere in the neighboring areas, they become heaven-like. Flags of breezes free. Whenever it moves in the cool breeze, the tree leaves, it provides just like a, you can say, cooling atmosphere. Mother croon of bird, when the birds they return back to the nest built on the trees, and they sing a lullaby for their children in the evening. That is a hushed means a sweet, a high shrill note for their children to sleep. This is said to be the crooning of the mother bird. This creates a musical and an, you can say, harmonious environment all around. So these are the points of the first stanza. Now let's look at the second stanza. What does he plant who plants a tree? He plants cool shade and tender rain, and seed and bud of days to be, and years that fade and flush again. He plants the glory of plain. He plants the forest heritage, the harvest of coming age. The joy that unborn eyes shall see, these things he plants who plants a tree. Again, antipophora has been used, in which the question is asked that a person who plants a tree does what other things for us. So because of the trees only in summers we get cool shade, and due to which we get, you can say, tender rain, which is also important for our crops and all. And seed and buds of days to be, the tree before dying always leaves seeds and buds, so that those seeds they again grow to become plants and then grow into a new tree, while the flowers, the buds, they bloom into flowers again. He plants the glory of the plain, and because of this, the trees, the presence of the trees, the beauteous environment of the area increases, it enhances. He plants a forest heritage. One tree that you plant increases the property of the forest. Now, as we are seeing nowadays, we are decreasing the quantity of the forest by cutting and felling the trees. The harvest of a coming age. This is actually a gift that we leave for our coming children. The joy that unborn eyes shall see. The trees that we are planting is a gift of joy for our forthcoming children who are still yet to be born. These things he plants who plants a tree. Now, here we have seen in the second stanza, cool shade is given, tender rain is given with the help of trees. Seeds and buds are given so that new plants and new flowers can grow, and it becomes a forest heritage. One tree, one person who plants one tree is actually giving a contribution to increase a forest heritage. Now comes the third stanza. What does he plant who plants a tree? He plants in sap and leaf and wood, in love of home and loyalty, and far past thought of civic good. His blessings on the neighborhood, who in the hollow of his hand holds all the growth of all our land. A nation's growth from sea to sea stills in his heart who plants a tree. So in the third stanza again he asks the question, and he says that a person who plants a tree is actually planting sap, leaf and wood, which can be of medicinal value for us, economic value for us, social value for us. It can provide nutrients to our body, and it also gives us a lesson of love and loyalty to our country, to our motherland. The person who plants a tree is actually doing civic good. He is doing good to all the neighboring people all around. His blessings on neighborhood. Every neighbor who is living beside that person who is planting a tree gets the advantage of those trees. Who in the hollow of his hand. So he is actually writing, you can say, the fortune of our country by planting a tree, as a tree can increase the economic value, the social value, and the environmental value. It holds all the growth of our land, a nation's growth from sea to sea. And it isn't only in India, but it is overseas also. All the countries all around the world, if they plant one tree, they are actually doing a civic good to their own country. Stills in his heart who plants a tree. So a person who plants a tree is actually having a feeling of love and loyalty towards his country and towards his countrymen. So the third stanza is showing us love and loyalty towards one's country, because of which he is planting a tree. Sap, leaf and wood. The tree is giving us sap, leaf of medicinal value it can be, or it can be used as food. Wood for economic value, and he does civic good to our country. Right? So we have come to know from all the stanzas the importance of tree and why it is known as heart of the tree. I told you in the beginning also. The figures of his speech I told you, one is antipophora and hypopophora, one is metonymy. In metonymy, as I told you, friend of sun and sky is being addressed for the tree. Similarly, cool shade, tender rain is also metonymy. We are not taking directly the name of the tree. Then we are also saying tender rain, sap and leaf and wood. This is actually a way of addressing the tree. Then comes the themes. Themes may, as I told you initially, that trees are very important for our survival. If we do not have trees all around, we will not be able to survive, as oxygen is provided only with the help of trees. The trees, they absorb carbon dioxide, and in return they give us oxygen, which is important for our life, not only for animals but also for plants. And although this poem has been written years back when there was no such problem of environment, but this is very important in reference to the present context, because in the present context we are felling trees for our own selfish needs, and we are just reducing the quantity of the forest. So here the poet has shown the concern for the future of the earth, that in future if we just like that start cutting the trees, and we do not consider one little thought, we do not give one little thought that we should plant one tree at a time at one place. If each and every person plants one tree at a time, it will help increase the environmental heritage, the forest heritage, and it also does good to all of us. So this is what the poem says. Hope you have understood the basic concept. We will be coming up with more videos on other chapters and poems of 10th and 12th. And if you like the video, press the like button. We will come up with more of the videos.